when you are in a township, most of the time, everyone is self-employed, but we end up not understanding what each one of us does. Business strive with sharing of services. You'll find that what Richard does is what I need because it's his strength, and he will make business out of me because it's something that I need as a service. Where your brand was formulated, and what is nice is that it's a combination of SMME in different spaces. You'll find there's one who's good in terms of accounting, there's one who's good in terms of administration. So it's a formidable organization.
We are talking the economic role of SMMEs, both globally and within South Africa. We're looking at the gender equality issues within SMMEs and the representation, and we're also looking at the public-private partnerships and exactly what role does the SMME sector really play.
As an economist, I've got a passion for these things. The temptation is always for you to go deep into the crux of the issues, but it's always important to look at the context in which you are speaking, the audience, the atmosphere, and what is really required of you at any particular time. The kind of research that we do at Moses Kotane, it's quite varied. You cannot box yourself to say we are only doing this particular research for the province, because the needs of the province are quite varied. So our mandate is basically to conduct research which responds to the needs of the provincial economy. And most importantly, we seek to foster innovation, promote training and skills development, which are aligned to the needs of provincial economy, like I've indicated. SMMEs play an important role in job creation. They play an important role in the economic growth of the economy as well. So if you look at SMMEs globally, at the global scale, it has been without doubt that they contribute to the growth of an economy.
Grow the township economy, but also to protect the township economy. And when you talk about township economy, it's very important for us to unpack what is township economy. Township economy is not about spot shop. Township economy is about close to 21 plus sectors within the township. That is 40% informal and 60% formal. You've got different pieces of legislation that is done by national, provincials, different provinces, and local governments. And all those policies, they don't talk to each other. What are we saying about township economy in 40 years or in 50 years from now? That's very critical and very important. But one of the things, colleagues, that I want us to also talk about as we go and engage on the study, it's exactly the elephant in the room. We need to, when I talk about the elephant of the room, I talk about the elephant of access, which Dr. talked about. I put them in 5. 1, access to information, the one that we're talking about. But what we are saying, what information that you need to get access to is the authentic information, not just information. But let's talk about market like a direct market. Because as township economy, we are the market, we are the buying power. Now, how do we access to something that we have? But what we're saying is that we don't have a direct market whereby people who are producing products, because when you talk about township economy, you can't talk about township economy if we don't produce what you consume.
My name in full is Mr. MKI-KZN. My work is basically about doing policy research and also teaching in policy. I'm based at the University of Natal as a candidate in research. I'm also teaching policy also at the University of Natal as well as I'm also doing something else. Me being here, I see this as a very important opportunity considering my relationship with the president of the Wear Your Brand Foundation, particularly around policy advice in respect to small businesses within the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And of course, Moses Kotane, I have been also been consulting in terms of being research assistants in terms of the same topic that we are about today. And I'm here to say to happy that the topic that we are about today is of course a very important one. That of course it would have been overlooked or neglected in terms of its relevance in the context of what the role of small businesses, in the township economy. So
I'm passionate about research, so it's not background. The point I wanted to make is the stuff that the doctor from Moses Kotani mentioned. I think I want to emphasize on that, or just clap my hands and just say, yes, we do want to dispense with the fancy economic modeling stuff and all of that. It's now back to basics, and I think that narrative is coming through now. People are tired of, high-level stuff, and it doesn't translate to anything on the ground.
There was a creator Kamuga that I said, "Oh, it's about two government." That's a 19 Mirabagiti, which is actually mandated the province. What about you? The one is a full person, the Pagoma Spana, the other is a possibility.
Linda was Sigona and China, ngithatha ungibuyisele umqondo emuva emakhaya ukuthi kahle kahle ubani okumele alethe izinto ezinje kuthina sisebancane kuze sikhule nabo ngangiphophola ngomlimi iyahlangana nje kodwa ngibuza ukuthi ingane isemakhaya inephupho efanayo kumele yenze njani ukuze ifike endaweni enje ukuthi ukwazi ukukhula kanye nephupho layo. Yabona.
Indigenous economy is very important. One of the biggest things that we've messed up was not to, record and document